off. And he said, that's what she said.
But why would he be on? I thought
like,
that she
off.
Oh, got off.
Clearly, Tay just doesn't understand the joke.
It went
typical,
right over there.
Typical Tay shit. Starting the fucking A Chill is just a podcast with typical A. Tay doesn't know what the fuck is going on ever. Hey Tay,
don't do that. I know what's going on sometimes. That one just went over my head. It's okay. Players fuck up sometimes.
What's going on, guys? We are here with another week, another episode of A Chill is just a podcast. Ed is not here with us today, unfortunately. He just had to get surgery in his throat because
he's been using it too much. No, I'm sorry, Ed, if you're watching.
I had to do it. Whew. Throat going over there, my boy. No, just playing. No, you will be missed, of course, Ed. We can't wait to have you back, man. I hope everything went well for your surgery. Like, I genuinely mean this now. I hope everything went well with your surgery. Yeah, man. It's been another week. Last week was just so, I was so tired last week. My whole energy was just all weird. We started the show weird. The shit was all fucked up. But this week we got it right. So let's welcome the guests, man. TyLee, what's up? Mz.B, what's up?
Hey.
First things first, shout out to Mz.B for coming last minute. I hit her up like earlier today. Was like, yo, Mz.B, can you pull up? And she was like, let's do it. And here
let's go. I'm ready.
My other homeboy, he just couldn't make it today. So we're going to try to get him next week. You know what I mean? My boy Davey Young. So, yeah, we'll try to get him next week. So, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
Bro, you look like an important person with those glasses.
He looks like my bodyguard right now.
No, really.
Like my security.
Just isn't that what you do too, though?
On this show.
Don't you do, like, security?
I do.
Exactly,
but
yeah.
he looks like my security.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He used to it.
He really do.
You do.
Like, y'all better not say nothing to Miss.
You ready to? Yeah, you just mean mugging like, yeah, let somebody act up, say some shit. Let somebody say some shit.
I already spoke to that.
Oh, shit.
Hey, fucking with him. Hey, look, I gotta say though, like, bro, seeing you on TV nearly every week, bro, just makes me explode. Pause. Makes me excited
What?
every time. Like, I'll see you on TV and I'll be like, my boy TyLee. Every single time, bro. It never fails, bro. I be seeing you all the time, right in the middle of the mix, bro. And I'd be like, TyLee, let's go. Let's go. That's my boy. It's funny, though, I know him.
I lie to you not. It's been a few times where Monty will, like, text me.
In the middle.
During the show. Like, oh, shit, I just saw you.
I'd be like, bro, you was just walking with Mox, dude. Let's go.
And I'm like, I can't respond right now. But
Right.
Like, nah, because when I went to the show, man, bro was just fucking ringside. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck kind of shit is this? You get front row tickets pretty much, bro. Like, you got to just sit ringside, like, within the barricade part and just watch. And then motherfuckers started wrestling. Somebody got thrown, like, right at this motherfucker, had to move out the way. I'm like, yo, this is a dream job for real, bro.
It is. It's dope.
You know? Like, for wrestling fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, being able to be, like, super right in the action. Like, I would be a ref. Like, I'll take a bump here and there, but I'm not gonna get my ass beat every day. Fuck that.
I think it's dope because it's not normal. It's outside of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Bro, I've done plenty, and it's funny. I was just talking on.
Bring the mic a little closer.
I was on my live talking about this not too long ago, and we was talking about like shipyard. Like here, like if you work in a shipyard, like you're deemed successful. People don't understand this other shit out here that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be it small business owners, entrepreneurs, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it was always like working in shipyard. That's the thing. Military. That's the thing. Which those is good. Those is good things, depending on if that's your personal choice. But I don't think people need to lean on that being the only thing.
Yeah,
you
like
what I'm saying?
those are always like the two choices that I was hearing from people. It's either the military or the shipyard, or you're not really doing shit, which isn't true. Like, I mean, if you want to work your way up in a corporate job or something like, or medical.
I'm not gonna knock it.
Yeah.
Working in the medical field can have its perks. I am a technician and I love my job.
I ain't gonna hold you, yo.
And I've been doing that 21 years.
I'm trying to like, where are the nurses at? Like, I'm trying to like fulfill some nurse fantasies and shit. You feel me? Like,
we want them scrubs.
I was just about to say, well, if you're fulfilling your purpose, and he says this, if you're fulfilling your purpose, like you said, like you love your job, you know what I mean? And when you're doing that, it's like, it's a great thing. It's fulfilling. Yeah. So it makes you want to go to work. It makes you want to wake up and do this every day. You know what I mean? Like I was in an apprentice school, like, everybody thought like I was like Like, oh, you in apprentice school?
Oh, you set.
Oh, you set.
Right?
Bro, when I got fired. I got fired. My mom thought I was the biggest idiot on the planet.
Wait, you got fired from the apprentice school?
I got fired from the shipyard.
Oh, okay.
But I was in the apprentice school, so I got kicked out of school too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got kicked out of school too.
How did you get fired?
How did I get fired?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got hurt.
Right.
And that's a crazy story. I got hurt at work. And when it was time for me to come back, I had to go through like medical, and they ruled me out more. So like I was out for like a solid year, and I was getting workers' compensation every week. And them things was coming in like clockwork. Like I was making almost more being at home than I was at work.
Like
so like when you get in, like, but when people don't know, especially with the shipyard, when you out for a long period of time, they start hiring like private detectives to follow you around. You know what I'm saying? So
to
like
make sure that you
to really make sure you hurt. So if your restrictions are no squatting, kneeling, bending, or any of those things, and let's say Monty goes to the gym and Monty's doing squats, Monty going to work, they're gonna be like, well, your restrictions say no kneeling, squatting, bending. We got pictures of you at One Life squatting. Monty's fired.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So somebody was following you around?
Yeah, they have pictures.
What were
When
you doing?
they followed me. So
Yeah, they have pictures.
I like pictures
it
of
was
what
bad
were you
because
doing?
they followed me. They followed me from Newport News all the way to Richmond. So this was in like 2016, 2017. And my mom had a football team, and they had a game in Richmond. I was one of the coaches. One of the players got hurt. So as a coach, you know, when a player gets hurt, you go into the field, you make sure that they're okay. I went to help pick one of the players up. When I went back into work Monday, when Monday came around, it was about 11 o'clock. My craft instructor called me and was like, yo, can you come? I just need you to sign a couple things. Didn't tell me what happened. They took me to personnel, and he was like, where was you this past weekend? I'm like, home. First picture, boom.
Dang.
You was in Richmond. So what were you doing in Richmond? Watching a football game. Boom, me with a coach's shirt on. Like, I knew I was fired. So at that point in time, I was just like, am I fired?
What if you had told the truth? Would you have
I still
They still would have fired him.
They still would have fired me. They still
Because it sounds like to me that's like them saving them to an extent. It's like we paying this man all of this money, and they felt like it was probably felt like he was robbing them.
Yeah, like we giving you these restrictions, but you can do these restrictions.
Exactly.
So like, are you still getting
for us?
paid while you're off like work? Is that what it is?
When I was, every week.
Oh, so yeah, they would be pissed.
Yeah, so my mom thought I was an idiot, but like fast forward into now, I feel like if I wouldn't have gotten fired, opportunities like
You
this
wouldn't be who you are.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Everybody isn't meant to be a worker. Like a 9-to-5 shipyard worker, warehouse. Like everybody ain't meant to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, if
everybody's
you
got different
are, bro,
roles.
that's good for you. Like I know
Exactly.
people that work in the shipyard that's my age that's doing extremely well for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I tip my hat to them, but that don't have to be everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's like, there's just different strokes for different folks type shit. Like, everybody's got different things that they're good at in life. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is strong. Not everybody is smart. Not everybody is fast or can work at a fast pace. Like, there's people who are meant to be working those entry-level jobs, and then there's people who's meant to be doing other shit. You know what I mean? And it's all really just about the mindset and who you are, because I think anybody could do any job, honestly, if you really put your mind to it. But, like, it's the willpower that I think a lot of people are lacking, is the willpower to, like, learn how to do a lot of shit, like getting
Some people are content
technical
just
jobs.
where
Yeah,
they
that
are,
too.
like,
Exactly.
They're just
Yeah.
content. They don't want nothing more, nothing less. They just content where they at. And then others be like, I gotta be the best at this. I gotta
Yeah.
do this, I gotta
And
do
then the
this, I
ones that
gotta
are
do this.
content will be like, dang, why you gonna make it seem like it's a problem and I'm fine where I am? If you want to grow, grow.
Exactly.
Mad at you at where you at, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, hey man, whatever you feel like doing in life, that's on you. Me personally, I want to strive for better things in life. That's just always how I've been. Even if I'm working a regular job, I usually try to work like good, like well. Like usually I get to the point where they're like having you do extra shit because you're always working well and they know you'll do it. I hate being that fucking guy where it's just like, Cam, we need you.
Yeah.
Like,
I told myself
fuck
I won't
off.
do that.
Like for 2 seconds, fuck off. Like you just needed me 2 minutes ago. I did what you asked me to do, and now it's just like every time they need. Like when I was working at Goodwill, it was just the epitome of that. It was just fucking Cam. We need you on the floor. Cam, can you go do this? Cam, we need you on the... Yo, you need me in 3 different places at one time.
Call me something else.
I need you to fuck off that way. You to fuck off that way.
Right.
I'm gonna go fuck off and take a break. Like,
I mean, that was actually a
smoke a
problem for me because when I go to work, sometimes it's like you just want to get the job done.
Exactly.
And so it's like you do your best because look, I'm just trying to get it over and done with. And then they take advantage of it. But that's when you really just got to put your foot down and say, no, no, I don't have to.
It's crazy though with the workplace. If you let's say you one of the better workers, they put more work on you instead of the people who ain't doing shit. So the minute you say
because they know they're not gonna do it,
it's a problem.
And that's when I go to HR.
But I'm like, how is it a problem for me? But look at these, they're not doing nothing.
Let me tell you, I do not have a problem with getting fired from a job.
The problem with going to HR a lot of the times is they're gonna try to flip it around on you, like, oh well, you're a good worker and they can rely on you to do the job and this, that, and you're like, yo, fuck
fire
that.
everybody else.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, pay me double then.
That's why you do nothing in the beginning.
Exactly.
It's not even do nothing.
They don't expect nothing.
Yeah, it's not do nothing, but do just your job. If you do just your job, they won't ask you to do that much because they'll just be like, and if they ask you to do that extra, and you're just kind of like.
But I think it too, like you said, going back using the word fulfilling, right? If your job is fulfilling and you love what you do, you don't really care how much you got.
Yeah, but that's different
because you love it. But when you hate it.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. You're working at fucking McDonald's or working at Goodwill at Walmart and they're trying to have you fucking walking all the way around. You don't want to work there. Nobody is really working at Walmart. I mean, I'm sure there are, but
plenty.
But there's majority of people working at Walmart are not like, I love Walmart. I love coming to work at Walmart. Like, no.
Maybe they turn their heads.
People
turn their heads.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's some people like
you do realize they got 6 registers and nobody on.
Exactly.
They
turn their head when you steal. They don't care.
It's all just self checkout now. When I'm in Illinois, they don't have physical registers anymore. Like it's all self checkout.
They said that's about to be a soon thing everywhere.
Yeah. Like
I mean, they might as well. Nobody's ever had them.
That's what I'm like. Really, I mean, because me personally, when I go to the stores, I'm cool with the self checkout because. Typically, people kind of go fast through that, just doing their own thing, and then I can just kind of zip.
If I got to bag my own stuff, the food should be cheaper.
It should be. I
gotta bag it up. I gotta fucking take it to my car. There's no
courtesy anymore. And don't forget that Auntie wants to see my receipt before I walk out too. So I gotta put all my shit in one hand, show her my receipt.
He said in one hand.
No, really.
What's up to the chat, Ed? I see you in there. Smith Major, what's up? Tiana J.
Hey, y'all.
Teldrin, Tez, I saw you in there. What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Ed, we fried the shit out of you at the beginning.
Y'all, Ed,
what's going on, my brother?
Do we have to reiterate? No, I'm not going to reiterate.
No, I was about to say.
I ain't going to reiterate.
Wait for the playback.
No, really. I ain't going to reiterate.
He'll see it. All right, so Ms. B, let's talk a little bit about you since it's like really kind of your first time around this environment.
Yeah.
We already know TyLee a little bit. Ms. B, let's talk about you a little bit, Tell everybody kind of like who you are, just a little bit about who you are, like an outline of who you are, what you do.
So what do? I work on teeth for a living, can you tell a little bit? I do teeth for a living, been doing that, like I said, about 21 years.
Wait, you do teeth?
Teeth. I fix teeth. I'm a dental assistant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, y'all need some.
I honestly can tell you I didn't know that.
Holla at me. Nah, I'm just not me personally. I just work chair side, but right. Just come holla at
just
us.
There. Gotcha.
Single parent, 2 boys. I'm a boy mom. Like I said, it's cool because I'm a tomboy anyway. I've always been big into sports and stuff like that. A lot of people see me out at the shows and I be chilling and I be all dressed up and look all pretty. But in real life, I never did cheerleading. Anything girly, I never did. I didn't even like playing with Barbies. It was either music, basketball, football with the guys out there, wrestling with the guys.
Oh, wow.
It used to be guys at my house all the time, and my mom used to hate it because she said, for a girl, it doesn't look right. But she found out it was really just guy friends. Became like her sons. Like, they still check up on my mom to this day and see how my mom's doing. But that's really what it was. I relate better with guys than I do with females because females sometimes can be a lot of drama.
Yes,
but like, were you the girl like in the guy group that was like hooking up with all the guys?
No, they were scared of me. They were scared of me because they knew they get drop kicked or thrown somewhere. They didn't play with me like that. I was like big sis.
I know I've had a few like friend groups where there was like one girl involved and that girl was getting passed around.
Nah, no, that wasn't me.
Like,
they was scared to even attempt to do that.
I had rumors going around about me. Nobody did anything, but they were just rumors.
Really?
Gee, I wonder why.
I was not that chick.
Don't play with me, nigga. I can count on one hand how many bodies I got.
Plus,
I was
I
about to
was
say
too
this is about to
much.
be another viral moment.
Right.
Wait,
I can count on one hand,
Right.
asshole.
Right? Plus, I was too much of a tomboy, so they didn't even really look at me like that
Yeah,
until
yeah,
like
yeah.
later on when you start
exactly.
developing.
Once you
and
get in
stuff.
high school,
Yeah, because at
grown,
first they like, girl, Biden. I shoved me into a bush somewhere or something like that. I was, so
I was
they didn't
picked
look at me
on.
like
but
that.
I'm gonna say, like, cause our tomboy homegirl, she was like, not. Dang, yeah, like she like hooked up with a bunch of us. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
never mind. We
That
can't
was a
talk
little
about her.
different.
She
don't
like
count.
really wasn't like that attractive, but like she was like down for it type thing.
Yeah,
You
that,
you
that's
went for it?
typically
Cool.
how it goes.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
went
yeah,
for it.
one night. Yeah. It wasn't
said
like
one
that
night,
far. It was
yeah.
just like some penis rubbing and fucking clit tickling and
Really?
kissing and shit, and that's really all that was. Yeah, there was like mad people in the room that night. I'm not
I
even
was
gonna lie.
nah.
There were,
I
like,
was
mad people
almost
in the
out of
room.
high school before I lost my virginity.
Oh,
wow.
I
Like,
was
I
a fucking
waited-
sophomore.
A long time. My friends was humping at like 12. Some of them grandparents
Right.
now.
Oh, Jesus
And mine is still
Christ.
young. I wish I would be a grandparent right now. You know
I'm
what I'm saying? So
saying.
I literally waited a while before I did any of that. Like I said, I was too busy doing
Enjoying
other stuff.
life.
Enjoying life, being a
Yeah.
kid and
Exactly.
just doing all the other things. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
I mean, because like to me, I don't know. Like, I didn't like get heavily interested in sex until I was about 12, 13. I lost my virginity when I was 14. It was to a 17-year-old too.
You said two?
to a 17.
No, to a 17-year-old, and then dumped her the same night. It was a really sad story, honestly.
You want to tell?
All right, so quick. I mean, I've told the story before, but here's what
'cause she
happened.
was a
So,
hoe.
all right, so I met this girl. So there was a teen club I used to promote at when I was younger. It was called Truman's, and I used to like pretty much. I was a promoter for my school, so I would hand out the flyers. They would have this little sticker with my initials on it. Whoever came in with my flyer, I get paid $5 per
Okay.
flyer. I was making some money doing that shit for real at like a young age. Anyway, but so I met this girl in there, and then she was from Kingston. I'm from Accord, Kerhonkson area. I go to Rondout, and we like started talking to each other, and then we ended up like linking up a few times or whatever, and then she became like my girlfriend. And so her and her friend come over my house one day, and I have my friend Seth over there so that them two, her and her friend, them two girls,
men.
first of all, are going ham in my room. I'm talking about these girls stripped naked, and they're just in their thongs and bras kissing each other and shit. Like they're doing wild
that
shit in front of us.
early
right?
in age?
They were
Like-
17, yeah. Wow.
Oh, they were
Like,
17. That's right. You,
Still
I was
17?
the
But I'm
three of
still
them were
like,
all 17, 18.
damn.
I'm 14, right? So them two girls are just going ham in the room. And then eventually, like, Seth gets that one girl out of the room, and then it's just me and her. My parents leave to go to dinner at their friend's house or whatever, so I have time and opportunity, right? So my brother's there with his girlfriend. Seth's out there with the other chick, and I don't remember where Tony was. But so them four out in the living room talking. Me and Shorty's in the room. I'm losing my virginity. Started with a condom, took it off midway. And then she was like, come with me. And I was like, no. And then that happened. So right after that, so in the middle of it, my brother starts banging on my wall, right? So I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, yo, get out, stop. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking, like, leave me alone. I don't care about nothing no more. I
It's
don't
too late
care
at
about
this point.
nothing no
I'm
more.
too far
right?
in.
Yeah, I'm already here.
He said
So
I'm deep.
when we finish doing everything, we go out into the kitchen area. My brother's there with his girlfriend, and Shorty and Seth's in the living room, and he's walking her outside to go to his car so we can bring them home. Mind you, it's a 45-minute ride home. So when he was like, just stay in here for a second. So I tell Shorty to go outside. He starts telling me that her friend was telling them that she was like messing with a bunch of other dudes, and she just slept with a dude like 2 days ago type shit. And like she was on some like she was fucking mad dudes type shit. And so they were like afraid that I was gonna catch something or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You already did.
Yeah. It's too late at that point.
It's too late.
No, I know. That's what I'm like. Luckily, I didn't catch anything.
That's what
Luckily,
you got.
I didn't catch
You caught
anything.
some ass.
Because like STDs really wasn't
you
like
were
a big
scared?
thing. I was like, yes, bro. I was like, when they told me, she was like, she said something about like 22 dudes or some shit. I was like,
Oh.
the fuck?
But did you ever have proof of this? Because that could have
No,
just
but you
been
gotta think,
some
I'm-
catty shit.
At
Bitches
this
do
point,
things
this
like
is her best friend though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Females
so-
do things like this.
No, I know
Oh,
this.
if
So
they,
all right.
they want you.
Yeah.
They'll say anything.
Or if they feel like
but
you
she
getting
was
too much attention.
Yeah, no, I guess she didn't really want Seth. They weren't. Seth was a weird dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
Exactly.
He kind of like was fucking up his
She
own
wanted
vibe.
to screw
Honestly,
up
if I
her good
really,
time.
if I really was just there with them two, I probably could have pulled off a threesome to lose my virginity. To be honest, because they were freaking like.
Well, shit,
And
you
damn,
know,
her
she
friend
might have
was
been
fine
early.
too. Her friend was like thick, had a fat ass.
Look,
Ooh.
here.
Anyway,
Reminiscing and shit.
so
Look,
point
he's
being,
joking over there thinking about
Yeah,
it.
Cause like that, I'm not even gonna lie. And the craziest part about it was the first time I have sex, I lasted way longer than I thought I would. Like I thought I was gonna be like a couple pumps and be done. I was like a good like 8-9 minutes for my first time. I was fucking proud, y'all.
I mean, that's
I was
8-9
like,
minutes
I didn't know what I was
That's
doing.
that's impressive.
Yeah, he said-
I was
That's
very.
impressive.
I was like, bro.
That's
I don't
very
know though.
impressive.
How
Yeah.
often did you wank?
Probably
all the
not.
time. That's
Exactly. That's why.
3 times
Yeah.
a day.
Exactly. That's why.
For
he
breakfast,
lasted that
lunch,
long.
dinner, and
if,
dessert.
he's-
Motherfucker.
if he had never ever touched himself, and that was the
Exactly.
first
He
time,
would have been gone.
all she had to do was
3
touch you. He'd have been
times a day.
all over.
Yeah,
You were
probably.
trained, bro.
Yeah, I was
You were
probably wanking it a
trained.
lot. Might
He
even
was
lie.
waking up
14?
too
Oh,
much.
bro.
Yeah, I was probably wanking
I
it
was
fucking a few
disgusted.
times a day.
Ew.
Honestly,
It was filthy.
it was
That was-
kids.
disturbing.
Kids these days, Jesus Christ. well,
You
back
got a
then, I don't
secret
know.
admirer? Or
No,
a
that's
sweetheart?
my high school sweetheart up there.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Damn, watch
Shoot
how
your
she
shot,
acts.
Tildren.
God damn.
Shoot your shot, Tildren.
Yeah, my people's following me. She said, "Nah, my girl don't get my girl twisted like that. She's not the one.
Not-
Absolutely not."
I ain't trying to get nobody twisted. I ain't trying to get beat up. Just saying. Nah, but yeah, that ride home was fucking awkward. I gotta tell y'all, it was just very awkward. We talked about
Pretty sure.
everything. She's like, I didn't do it, and I was like, your friend said, and then she was like, I didn't
your
say
friend
that,
said.
and I was just like, Seth, and he was like, I don't want to get involved, and I was just like, this is so awkward. And then like
made
when I
it
got
awkward
to
for
her
you.
house, she was like, you're not gonna come and meet my mom. I'm like, fuck no.
Like me.
Set her ass back. She tried to hug me and shit. I pushed her off. I was like, get off of me. I got back in the car. We was out.
Wow.
And then
you
I fucking talked to her a few times after that. And that was it.
Was it worth the 45-minute drive?
Fuck yeah, dude. I lost my virginity. Fuck yeah, dude. It was well worth it. I didn't even care at that point. I was just like happy that I
Super
lost
awkward.
Super awkward.
I had no idea what I was doing.
it. Oh, I didn't either, but she was experienced, so she walked me through it. Like, don't you worry. She walked me right through it. I was
I'm not
proud.
gonna get into my story, but
Well,
it's
dang.
extremely
That
awkward.
should have been a red flag right there.
No, it
Two
should have been.
experience at the age of 17.
She was 17, I was 14. I already figured
But
she had
she
had
was-
sex before.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
she had said she had had sex before, but she didn't say with how many people.
Yeah.
So,
She was very well skilled.
Yeah,
For 17
I
seconds.
lost mine and didn't want to do it again for years.
I broke up with my boyfriend after it happened because
why?
it was one of those. It was one of those. I wasn't ready, and I told him I wasn't ready, so it felt kind of like a setup.
Oh.
And then afterwards, I was like, I wouldn't even let him. It wasn't my high school sweetheart. Okay, deny him. You're in the clear. It wasn't
You're
my-
in the
like,
clear,
damn.
children.
But yeah, I wouldn't even let him sit beside me on the way home. I was like, it was like a big space. And then when I went to get out of the car, I was like, I just went in the house and closed the door. And so he was like, damn. And then I was like, the next day, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I broke up with him because I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I,
I know
probably,
that
I,
got-
I
that
honestly
got
probably
hurt.
could have waited until like I got married. Like I
You
was one of them
coulda.
girls. Everybody always used to think I was a goody two shoes anyway because I ain't smoke, I ain't drink, I didn't.
Mhm.
I just like to
Have fun.
tussle, have fun, go to the
Mhm.
club, party, and do stuff. But I didn't need all the extra stuff with it. So
Like, it's one thing to
look
get
that
dumped,
different.
but it's another thing to like lose
After
your
that.
virginity and then get dumped.
No, cause like
No,
was it
he
his-
didn't lose his virginity.
Oh, he didn't lose
I
his?
lost mine.
That's still like
That still
disappointing.
hurt.
Like,
Yeah, like
damn, was
man.
not that bad?
I was that
Nah,
bad.
'cause I
She
just
broke up with
wasn't-
me. Like,
Cause I, it was just, it was awkward because it wasn't, it's not rape, but it's not,
Like, you didn't want it like that.
but I
I feel pressure.
can't even, I was like,
Yeah, pressure.
I was
Yeah.
like, if it was like peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though the whole time I'm awkward about it, I'm just like, I didn't know how to say no because
Yeah.
it was already happening. I'm like this.
Just
I'm
letting
not
it
moving,
happen.
I'm not. It was just mad awkward.
Yeah.
And so I think that had me after that, like nobody could pressure me into doing anything. It
Mm.
took one time. Peer pressure does not work on me. If I don't want to do it now, I'm not gonna do it. And the more you force me, the more I'm gonna
Push
get
away.
pissed off.
Yeah.
Because
facts.
that one time was enough for me. I'm like, yeah, nah, not again.
Yeah.
I don't-
I mean,
don't
me,
do the
even
peer
me as a
pressure
guy,
thing.
like, I'm a horny dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is like,
Right.
if I'm like trying with a girl and I can tell she's not into it like that, I'm not gonna keep forcing the
It
issue.
makes it creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it
Super
uncomfortable
creepy.
for me because like if you're not feeling the vibe I'm feeling, then now I just like, all right, my fault.
I feel
Like
awkward.
I'm cool with
Right.
like it because I know if I try to go too far, now I'm gonna just feel awkward, especially after like I feel like after the fact, I'm really gonna feel like. Have you ever like jerked off and was just like, oh, I'm disgusting after the fact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's how I would feel.
You
Like,
always feel like everybody experiences that.
Why am I like that?
You know what I'm
Let me
saying? So
tell
it's
you.
like,
So
I
fucking
thought that
gross.
was just me. Like afterwards, you just have this feeling of like bad, like
No, really, no. I remember
you get the nut
one
and you're just
time
like
I
you're-
closed out.
that's like
I was
spending
watching,
money
of
on myself
course,
and feeling
watching
bad after I
exotic
spent it. Like I
films,
could have paid a bill.
and I closed it out. When I finished, and immediately I said, "God, you were watching that." Like,
That's
Yeah,
what I'm like, yeah, like I'll have some
you feel
fucking
so
freaky
disgusted with
freaky
yourself.
porn on, and then I'll finish and just be like, all right, get this bitch out my face.
No,
Bro,
right.
I've,
Shit,
no,
we-
bro,
But look,
what? No,
and
I'm,
then the next day,
I got
the
about,
next day you're like,
got about 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Got a free 15.
all that goes out the window until you do it again. Then you're like, I did it again. Oh my god.
What is wrong with me?
Exactly.
What is wrong with me?
next
I'm
thing you
telling
know,
you.
you a
Human
Catholic
nature.
in the goddamn
Look.
confessions.
Jesus
Exactly.
died for our sins because he knew he was gonna keep sinning. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
telling
like,
you.
as long as I'm here, I'm not perfect. You
But
gonna sin.
you
gonna
know
do
what's
some
worse
simple
though,
things.
Monty? I've had those instances, like those first times with those. You don't want to let yourself down. Like you have this girl, and you know she's coming over, so it's like, yeah, like I gotta show out. So I
You
try
gotta
to
go in.
So you
first
try to
on
wank
your
one out
side.
try
first.
to get one out the way,
Yep.
and then once you're done, it's like I don't even want her to come over here. I don't even want her to come over here. Like, why are you coming over here?
Yo, all right, hold on, because I've been through that.
done
I
that.
have been through that.
I'm weak.
But there's been times where I've been through that with like a girl I really didn't care to fuck because I was like, she's ugly, but I can get a nut out. You know what I mean? And I would like just go ahead and just wank one out, and I'd be like,
But why even do it?
Exactly.
for
Because-
multiple reasons. All right, so here's the
Also, you
thing.
can laugh.
You gotta put on your best
even-
performance.
so
you can laugh.
Because here's the thing. All right, so
she's
here's the thing.
ugly.
Hold on.
So why does
Oh,
it
well,
matter?
him. I
Oh
don't
well,
know.
yeah. If she was ugly,
It
why would
doesn't
you waste
matter
your
if you're
time?
ugly or not. Face down, ass up. The pussy's wet. Pussy's pussy. This shit, if it feels good, it feels good. If your face is down, I'm not paying attention to what your face looks
I
like.
guess it's different for
Any
guys
girls who
because
I'm-
I got to have some kind of attractive something. But
No, I feel-
even
that's how I
for
am
you to
now.
Drop your clothes.
Well, that's how I am
Yeah,
now. Because, but when I was a little bit younger, 19, 21,
you didn't care. You
22,
just want to get.
This is
it
I
why
was
men
just,
are
yeah,
built
I'm
the
just
way
all
that
about
they are.
fucking. It's
I
whatever.
really
I
feel
just
like
wanna fuck
women
whatever.
can't do that. I feel like women have to have some form of attraction in order to let you.
Yeah, but you
we're
also
being
have to have like
penetrated.
emotional attachments of some sorts and all this
No,
shit.
you
Guys,
don't.
we don't need that.
You do not
Men
need
don't.
emotionally.
They don't. They
You
really
don't
don't.
need it.
I'm not
do
saying
need
you.
it.
I'm just saying most girls are gonna have some type of emotional
Yeah.
connection to,
They
to
will
the guy they're
maybe
fucking.
eventually.
That's why men can mess with 100 women and cheat. But the minute you step out and you mess with one guy, they're like, "Why?" Because
Exactly.
we got some kind of emotional
Yes.
attachment before we
It's
stepped
different.
out.
I
They
mean,
can hump whoever and not
I don't
care.
know.
I mean,
I
Tylee,
don't
have,
know,
have you
y'all.
ever been able to just fuck a girl and then just?
I was just having a conversation earlier with the
Bro,
coworker.
when I was in
Women are
college,
men.
especially college, my college run was pretty savage. But I know females like that played like ball that like mess with guys, and bro, I know some females that's just as
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I
they
know
are.
Yeah.
for sure.
Bro,
Oh
like-
yeah,
Bro,
bro.
I was just
like they
talking
really
to my
have no
coworkers.
care. Like,
Yeah,
just like,
no care in the world. Yeah,
bro,
bro.
like, don't
You
call
like
me,
call
I'll call you.
tomorrow? No.
Yeah.
Don't call me,
It
I'll
was
call
nice
you.
though.
Yeah. Nah, like I've definitely like dealt with some chicks who were just like, you can tell, bro. Like you can
They
tell,
weren't
like
interested at all. They just wanted that.
they just
and
wanted
that's it.
some. Yeah, they just wanted some dick.
I
Yeah, that's
had
all they
one
wanted.
friend
They
of
didn't want
mine-
shit else.
She was like, she found out that she was like, she had a little side piece that she found out that was married, and it's like in her heart she was like, oh no, I can't do that no more because that's a married man. But at the same time, it's like, it was just the sex anyway. So you know, is it really that serious? You know,
Yeah, but karma is a bitch.
it is. It is. Don't do it.
As soon as
Don't
you get
mess with
married,
married
guess
men.
what? Somebody on the other end doing the same thing to your
Hell
ass that
yeah.
you was doing to somebody.
See, but at the same time, I feel
I
like a
don't be
lot of
messing with that
women
karma.
aren't really looking to get married anymore. A lot of women don't
Yeah.
care for it. They are fine.
I'm cool with not
being
getting. I've
savages.
been married. I'm cool
I
with
feel
not
like
getting
it's not.
married again.
I
But
feel
would
like it's not
long
just
term,
women though.
I'm just not. I'm okay without the paperwork.
It's not just women though. I feel like because like me, as time goes on, like I want to get married, but then a part of me is like,
Thank you, Vontae.
because
it's kind of
I just like
paperwork. Women
It's-
are fucking
it's more
with
than
me
just
for a
paperwork,
long
though.
time.
It's-
harder to get out than it is to get in because it's not meant to be broken.
yes,
Exactly.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. I am so glad that you said that because people play with marriage like it's just a game.
Right.
Yeah, we sign our name on this paper, but if we don't want each other anymore, we can just sign another
Yeah,
paper and we're
they
done.
just-
A marriage is not supposed to be broken, y'all. Divorce is not supposed to exist. Honestly, America made divorce okay.
Right.
You go in other countries and you will be shamed for divorce.
I think that's one of the reasons I don't know if I want to get married again, because people take it lightly. You really willing to stick it out and work through it. Even if they cheat, you like, oh, God, thick and thin. That's what I signed up for.
But they'll
then
leave
they
you.
fuck up, and then they the ones that leave. It's like, the fuck, I should have been left. If that was the case,
I think that's because a lot of the
what?
times people rush into marriage.
Yeah.
When they're still in that butterfly phase.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like me now, I think now dating, I feel like before I can be 100%, because I'm 100% committed. Before that even become a thought though, like I need to see you in all phases. Like
was it the
literally.
5 phases? Or
Yeah, I
something
need
like
to
that?
see. I need to see all of them. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
married to my oldest was 4. We was together 4 years before.
Yeah.
We got married. I guess sometimes you might have to wait a little longer than that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there shouldn't be a time limit on how long you want to really get to know somebody. Because me personally, I'm just like a long road type of guy all around. Like, even just to get to the relationship status, we gotta like chill for a while first. Like, I gotta kind of feel you out.
I've seen people meet each other for 6 months and get married and still be married to this day.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like some people,
Everybody's
it's like
different.
love at first sight. They get married and it lasts forever, and then you get some who've been together forever, get married, and then divorce right after they get
feel
married.
like
But it all depends on the
That's
people,
a
though,
It's
because so
weird.
like I've seen like there's actually a couple from my old high school where I'm from. They were kind of pretty much on and off through time, but they're now married with a kid, and they were like, I mean, they were together for a while, but it's just like I've seen it to where you can meet somebody and you can make this shit work. But it depends on the type of person you are. Those two specific individuals were both really good people that I personally knew growing up. Were good people. Like, I'm not gonna put their names out, but like, yeah,
you can't have an 80-20 and all that.
Yeah, like I knew
Somebody
both of
giving
those.
more than the other. Somebody emotionally unchecked and the other one's too chill.
Yeah.
It's a couple.
Sometimes it don't work.
It's a couple that I
Like,
went to
yin and yang
middle
don't always
and
work.
high school with that I look at to this day and I be like, man, I love their love so much because they've been together since they was middle school.
Yeah.
We're damn near 30, y'all. So it's
Seeing
like
people that I've
that is
known for a long
beautiful.
time, and especially like couples that I've known and I knew them when they were like when they first got together type shit, and they're still together when it's very rare. There's only a very select few people.
I feel like
know.
that comes from like
It's
self-awareness.
it does like
Self-awareness.
it makes me feel good for them. Like it's like I'm actually happy for you guys because like it's rare that you see people really just stay together now. Like
Exactly.
with how just the
Don't nobody
stigma
fight
is.
for nothing no more. It's too
Exactly.
easy to get somebody else. It's too easy to too many girls twerking, too many guys stay ready in your DMs. It's like, why do I have to fight for this to work when I could just step out and then somebody
get
else
something
ready to
else?
But
give
you
it
know
to
what
me?
the worst part about that
I
is
don't
though?
like that.
The worst part about that
Yeah.
is a lot of the times I think what happens is the person who's ready to step out, they think that's really what they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they actually do it and they realize it is nothing
shit.
like they thought it was about to be, and
But
then
you
they
just fucked
regret
up.
it. And
Yeah,
now
now you
you
gotta
have
stick to
lost
it.
that person because now they just don't want to fuck with you again.
Bite that bullet,
Now
friend.
you all in. Stay
Yeah,
there.
that happens, man, a lot. It's just the stigma around love now is just like one, the word is just overused and abused.
No, it's not. There's no such thing as overusing the word love. Oh my God, I hate people
I
when
don't know.
they do that.
It's
I
just
think
like
a lot of times people get lust confused
with love. That's what all that it is. Y'all confuse lust and love.
And
so
But that's what I
another
mean,
word
though.
this
People still
girl
say
had
it too much.
said, it was like a
infatuation.
it was something else,
a
and I
big word.
just watched it. But she said it's basically it gives off a feeling of love, kind of like a lust thing, but it's not really that. It's like trauma that you never dealt with as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a word for it. So you put that off on the
Like our
person
trauma
thinking it's
bonding kinda?
love, and you just trying to find something in that person that you didn't get when you was a child.
Yeah.
So you get it mixed up.
Mhm.
But that's not really what it is.
Mhm.
But if you like fall back off of them for a while, and then you kind of start realizing, I ain't really interested in that person like I thought it was. It's just my attachments.
Yeah.
It don't really be love all the time. It's
Yeah.
That's
usually
why-
And
something
that's why,
else.
and the fact that you said, like, that's something that I actually think about often, that you feel like love is just used too frequently. And I feel like people's idea of love is so skewed to the point that it's not even what love really is anymore, because everybody looks at love and all they think is romantic.
Right.
And love is so
Love is hard.
it's a
It's a-
spectrum,
Well,
bro.
no, I mean, I look at it as more than just romantic. I'm even talking about we talked about this a few weeks ago. Even like with a lot of like homeboys or shit, like people who I've known for a long time, like dudes who are just like, yo, you're my bro, I love you, bro. It's a lot of the times hard for me to be like, love you too, bro. It's just a weird thing for me to say to somebody when I'm just like, I mean, I see you every once in a while. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, to me, it's just like, it's all love, man. You know, of course it's all, it's just, to me, saying I love you to somebody is just a hard thing for me to do a lot of the time. Why? Don't know. It's just a struggle.
No, I feel you, because it's like that with me too. Like you have to have been around me, or I had to have some kind of
For like a real
emotional
long
tie
time.
to you. Well, there's some people, you ever heard of like soul ties and soulmates and stuff? Like, you can have a soulmate and it don't have to be a love. It could be your son, it could be your mom, it could be your friend.
Right.
You just, you meet people and you felt like you've known them forever versus somebody you've only, like, I could have a friend that I've had 20 years, but then I could meet somebody and in 6 months I feel like I've known them forever, and I have so much love for them immediately, because some people in life just give you that different feeling. So you love them a lot faster than you thought you would. But I've gotten to the point where I try to pick and choose who I say that to. I watch how they treat me, the things that they say, and I try to be like, I don't even really like when people call me sis no more. I kind of gotten burnt down on the sis, because it to me, sis means something different. To me, sis means like family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if a lot of people calling me sis, sometimes I don't respond to it. I just like, hey, what's up? I don't say it back, because I'm like, don't use it loosely with me.
Yeah.
Just like love, don't use that loosely with me.
See, and I guess
Yeah.
that's what it is. It really depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because somebody like me, the reason why I say that is because I just love to love. Like, I'm the type of person that I could have met you just now, not know nothing about you for real, but you're walking away from me. So I'm like, all right, love you, drive safe.
I do that too. I do that too, but it depends on the person. It's like that energy.
Like, peace,
thing.
bro.
Yeah,
Be
you're
safe
right.
out there.
If I
Fuck
feel
outta
that energy, like I feel like you genuinely care about me as a person, then you'll get that. I reciprocate that back. But if I'm not really feeling it, and you said, I just be like, all right, you too.
And then I also feel
I
like
don't really say it
sometimes
back.
you'll never know who needed to hear that.
Yeah.
You'll never know who needed to hear it.
Yeah.
It could have been so small and minute to you to just be like, oh, I love you, bro. And that made their entire day to know that somebody really had.
Anybody else reading this chat? No.
What does it say?
Talk about giving head. We eat pussy. Watch how they react.
Go to sleep, Teldrin. You just lost all of your cool points. All of them. Goddamn.
What did her say? Social media and fake sense have multiple options. Have real magic.
Oh, have it. Yeah,
because
shit.
You can just drop it to the DMs and be like, hey, who
Yo,
yeah.
I literally
I
just
hate social media
I
sometimes.
literally just watched this video of this woman the other day saying how she was fucking crying about how she left her marriage, left a perfectly good marriage with a man who had treated her well, was providing for her, pretty much giving her the life that most women want, and she left that for a guy who treated her like shit and left her.
But he had really good
Is that
day.
the black woman that I saw?
No,
there?
it was
And
a
she
white
went,
chick.
But it was a black lady that said that too. She went up there. She was like, "Yo, I'm stupid. I did this and left my husband. Now he with somebody else and he treating her good and this and this. I made the worst mistake of my life."
Oh, so women are finally getting the feeling themselves.
yeah, because the green ain't always greener on the other side.
Isn't it?
Exactly.
That's what
It
I be
ain't
saying.
nothing
It's
really
like,
out here in these streets like that. You
'Cause
can't
you
even
get-
get people to communicate no more.
Y'all
well,
keep
because
thinking
even
y'all
like
can
I
handle somebody
understand
else's
it.
headache.
Everybody
I
does
understand it as far as like there's been times where like when I'm in a relationship and at that very moment the relationship's kind of dull, and I'm just like, man, I want something different right now. But like there's been times where I wasn't able to fight that, and then there was times where I was. Like now that I'm older, there has been times where I'm like, all right, I'm a little bored with this, but I'm like, nah, let's just figure out how to spice this up
Exactly.
Right.
instead of trying to go find it elsewhere.
Exactly.
But for me, it's gonna get to a point where if I can't spice this up, then something's got to give.
But I think,
that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go cheap. But that does mean that me and you might not work if I can't get.
Exactly. That's like
This
you said,
aspect,
because
right?
that's like in relationships. I think most people just look at it as like, this is my spouse. Like the person that I deal with, I'm currently with, like that's like my best friend. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like I haven't had a dull moment because it's like we could talk about anything, we do anything. It's different ways to spice things up, and you always leave that spark there when it's that friendship more than it is
But
relationship.
that's the thing. People work, they get it, and then when they get it, they stop everything.
Yeah, and
You gotta keep it
Yeah,
up.
but that's most people. When you get in relationships, they give you a facade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like most men, when they get a woman, how they get them is not how they keep them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it could be something that's small. Every time you see him, he dressed good, he smell good. You come to the crib the first time, he
Some
cleaned up.
attention.
You know how that's because 15 minutes before you running through the crib trying to fix
Or
the
in the
pillows.
car, let me-
You know what I'm saying? But then you might go 2-3 months down the line, and it's like house is dirty. ain't dressing how he was dressing, ain't smelling how he was smelling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's because it's like, I got you now.
Well, yeah, it's like because people get comfortable in their situations, you know what I mean? It's like once you get super comfortable in a situation, you're all your mannerisms change. Everything changes. Yeah. Like you're now reacting and doing the same things you'd be doing if you were just by yourself most of the time. Yeah. So it's like now a lot of your fucking habits and shit like that are now going to bleed into this. Yeah. And now it's like, that's where a lot of issues start to happen as well, because now you're seeing like, damn, this bitch is gross. Like, have you ever like fucked with a girl for a while, right? And then like you like go into her bathroom one day and that shit is just like fucking blood all over.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I have a rule.
Everywhere.
Any chick, like, I'm going back to my like single days. I had a rule. Any girl that ever invited me to their house, like within 10 minutes, I have to use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Not to use the bathroom,
but just to check.
But I'm gonna check. Like as soon as I go in, close the door. First thing I'm doing is I'm pulling a shower curtain back and I'm looking.
Oh, I gotta have that open.
I do it automatically. Man. Or I lift the toilet up, but I lift like the top flap up too to see if it's like. That right there tell you a lot about a female.
The under the toilet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
but
just
you know what?
looking at the toilet.
Sometimes it depends because my ex-husband used to get mad because I used to clean too much.
No,
my friends used to talk about me. My friends used to come to my house and be like, "What are you cleaning? There's nothing to clean." And they'd be like, "You got a dog?" Because my house, you could see the stuff, but they'd be like, "We didn't even know you had a dog. It smelled good in here. Like you can't even." Like when I'm in my crib, I keep it up.
Nah, there's no such thing.
And he used to tell me, you know, when you have kids, you ain't gonna be able to keep it up like this.
But I have a question.
I try and I get on my kids' nerves because I be like, I just close their bedroom door. The rest of the house be nice in their room.
I wanna
be trash. I'm like, really. I can't keep up with this. Y'all keep it in there.
I gave up with them. But no, because I'm curious. Because I want to hear more. You said okay, the bathroom, the shower. Now the shower is something that that's what I go to. Like I leave that open for the simple fact is my mom. She always said, "Look, go look in their shower when you go in there."
It's a lot. Bro. You look at the mirror.
No, honestly, there's
their car. How junky their car is. No, I'm convinced that 85% of women are
my
junky.
My house don't be like my car because I be so going and my
snack
kids
wrappers, lip gloss. Like
I ain't even gonna hold you. Like the vast majority of girls' cars that I've been in were kind of dirty. Like had like fucking like guts all around and fucking.
I knew one girl
plastic wrappers.
Whenever I got in her car, she had to move everything to the back. She had trash filled up in her car, and her boyfriend used to get on her like, "Stop leaving." I mean, literally, it was ridiculous. I was like, "Yo." You gotta clean this out.
For me, it's
but her house wasn't like that. It was just the car.
No, I understand that because
she like
that's how I was at one point.
Don't throw it in the trash.
It's because when you're in the car, especially if like you work and you're driving to work, you drive home. You're not really trying to be in that car long. So everything that happened in that car, stay in that car. It's like
I be taking it with me. It's my car is a mess because of my children. They think my floor is a trash.
My
I mean, that's understandable. Though. If you have
like
children, it's understandable why your car could be a mess because you have children. You're probably fucking throwing shit all over the car.
Yeah, that's why I don't judge that.
But I'm saying like if you're a single person, you have no children, and I get in your car and your car is fucking wrecked. I mean, I don't have the cleanest car in the world, but like I mean, my car now, it's like it's really not that dirty at all.
Okay,
but like. I've been in some nasty cars.
What if y'all were to go in a girl's bathroom and it looks clean, it's just messy? There's a difference between dirty
like she just
and messy. Like she got
like you got a bonnet just laying around. And
like I'm like, what is messy?
She put her makeup on, her hairbrush is there, her
makeup's still on the sink.
But the sink is clean.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But that's what I'm looking like.
That's what I'm looking for. Like, do you have toothpaste in your sink?
Exactly. Do you have dirt spots all in your sink?
You didn't wash it down. Like, is it little spatters on your mirror?
Yeah, like all that type of shit.
Brushing your teeth and the spit was just flying on the mirror. Like that's the stuff that you look for.
Yeah, like is there like fucking shit stands in your toilet and shit like?
Yeah,
like is there hair all over the place?
Like is there skin turd like in the toilet?
Yeah, like I'm looking at all that shit. Like if you have all that going on, because I've seen, bro, like I've been to a shorty's house who was bad as fuck, dude. Shorty was fine. I went into her bathroom wrecked. Like I honestly believe now that men are way cleaner when it comes to bathrooms than females, and you would think it's the opposite way around. No.
At what age?
I'm me right now personally. And here's another thing. Here's another thing that I have noticed with quite a few girls that really grinds my fucking gears.
But I feel like
wait, I have to get this one out.
Get it out.
This one grinds my gears.
I stopped. Get it off your chest, friend.
Let me talk.
Tell him why you mad, Shane. Tell him why you mad.
Girls who squat and get piss all on the fucking seat and don't want to wipe it off, take a fucking toilet paper and just wipe it. Just wipe it. Dudes too. If you piss on the toilet seat, wipe it. It's not that hard. Just wipe it.
Yeah.
My question is, if you're a guy and you pissing, why don't you just lift up the seat?
My little one does it. I've been like, lift up the. It's one more lid.
What irritates me?
Aim. Stop aiming towards the back of the toilet. It's a whole big.
My youngest lifts up the seat for everything. So even when he's pooping, he's lifting up the seat. And the worst part about it is that it. Okay, so y'all, when you not pooping, and he lifts up both of the seats
and sit on the bowl.
How does he not fall in?
Let me tell he on the edge and he holding
himself.
stuff.
Too. It used to piss me off.
Yes, now look, this is why it pissed me off though. Because think about it, y'all sit in the middle of the seat. We sit in the middle of the seat so it can go down the hole and all that and flush properly. When you're sitting on the edge of the bowl like that, that shit sticks to your fucking
to
toilet.
The front of the bowl.
It sticks to your fucking toilet. So it's so often that I'm walking in the boys' bathroom. I'm like, why the fuck does it smell like that? And I open it and it's shit stuck to the.
You ever look at the toilet and at like at like the top
are so gross.
At the top part, like over by where it closes, right? Have you ever seen just like a big ass shit mark, like right at the top of the bowl or of the seat itself? Like, so here's like the bottom of the seat at the top. You ever see just like a big ass fucking like brown line at the top of that shit?
No, that's a fat shitty ass.
Nah, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody had like a shitty ass and they sat down on that shit and just fucking.
They filled the whole seat up, so it's fat, but it's shitty.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
sometimes
that's just gross.
I don't know what we're talking about. Not all women are disgusting, but there's a few nasty ones out there.
Yo, oh my god.
Have y'all ever dated a woman and she, like you said, she bad, and you get there and she's a hoarder?
Oh my god.
Hoarding.
Have you ever walked in and been like, I seen this on the show. This guy was so mad. He walked in and he couldn't even walk around her crib. It was so much stuff.
He's not Mexican, Teldrin. He's Italian and Puerto Rican. I'm sorry. He called you a Mexican. I couldn't allow that. But you're cool still.
Look, cut it out.
You're cool still, Teldrin.
No more comments.
Puerto Rican, man.
I like to watch it.
Fucking Mexican.
Oh, that's how you say it for real?
Right for the first time. Big ups. Yeah.
I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying Teldrin the whole time.
No, he said that was right.
Oh,
you said it right.
Damn.
Look at me.
You gonna say thank you for getting your name right, but keep just he's still Mexican.
You didn't say, oh my bad.
Fuck the Mexican. Anyways, continue.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, back to it.
He probably don't even remember what he was saying no more. I fucked it up. Sorry.
I mean, I'm all the way fucking. We're talking about
that toilet bowl.
shitty toilet bowls and shit.
Shitty toilet.
No, but yes, there was this girl. I wouldn't say she was bad, but like she was kind of fine, thick body and all that. And when I got to her crib, first of all, it was dirty as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the whole crib was dirty. She lived with her mama. The whole crib was dirty. And then like her room was just like had the cat litter in it and cats and it smelled like ass and cat shit and it was just like cat litter all over the place. And then she had like a whole bunch of shit just all over the place.
I hate cats.
Here's another thing.
Whoa, I got a cat.
Another thing. Well, I love cats. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, I like
cats.
cats, bro. They be chilling.
What's wrong with cats? Let me tell you something. Cats are better than dogs.
They be doing stuff.
I like dogs.
Yeah. I don't like being. I
love
used
my
to be
dog.
a dog person,
dogs.
and then I got a cat by accident, right? And it's like, it's hard to go back because I don't have to walk them outside. It's freezing cold. It's rain. I'm yelling, get in here.
You ain't got to tell them to go pee. It's going to go in the litter box every time.
They do their thing, and then they don't want to be bothered till they want to be bothered.
Exactly.
You know?
I love a cat.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I like
Onyx,
cats.
I love
They be
you, girl.
chill. Like, and they don't bark. You feel me?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And
Hold on,
they're
wait.
protective too, though.
Don't get a female cat that isn't neutered because she will be in heat every 3 months and she's going to...
Man, my cat be in heat all the time. We got a bear. We just leave on the floor and just let him hump the thing because he tries to hump everything, and I'm like,
I
really?
used to have a
female
dog
cats
too.
are
That
so
used to
much
fucking
worse.
hump Slipper.
They
like,
meow
heavily.
so loud
Real bad.
all day.
Yeah, I have
It's
a
like
whole bunch
week.
of stray cats that like roam around my neighborhood and shit, and they come into my backyard and the neighbor's backyard a lot. They be in the neighbor's backyard going ham because I just be hearing like in the middle of the night, like. Yo, I was coming home from the
apologized. He
studio.
said,
No,
okay,
I know.
I didn't
Teldrin.
It's all good, bro. It's a common mistake. Everybody calls me Mexican. It's all good.
Yeah, I was just joking with you.
But yeah, I was coming home from the podcast one night, and it was
I
like
wasn't.
dumb late. It was one of those nights like we were here until like 1 a.m. type shit. And I'm driving home, and I go around to like around the corner from my house, and there is literally 2 dogs just fucking in the middle of the street, and like I'm talking dead center of the street, and so I'm like, I gotta go past you guys, but there's cars on like both sides. So I was just like,
stuck.
I ain't trying to fuck up your flow here, bro. But I'm trying to get
about life anyway.
So like he ended up like the dog just like them two just like hopped over to the side of the street, and I'm just like,
There's probably stuck together.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'd be stuck.
I'd have hit him.
It was too big for him.
Like, everybody fucking but
me. Nitro that.
Okay, so
hate love.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yikes. All right, so Virginia has a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? We have a bunch of artists and music people in the room, you feel me? Earlier we were actually having some pretty good conversations. First things first, TyLee, I want you to talk about your experience, bro. That he shared an experience that he had with me earlier, and it was a good experience that he had. Like,
wow.
Yeah, man. I just recently had the opportunity, not too long ago, to take a trip to Florida to work with a extremely well-known producer that's actually from here. They've done stuff with DJ Khaled, K. Michelle, Rick Ross, Jadakiss, and we laid out some dope work. 2 dope tracks. One like an Afro beat type feel. Another one R&B that we looking to get placed. And it was just dope, man. Like, it was last minute, spur of the moment. Somebody asked me to get there, and instead of making excuses, I just showed up. Got there, built the connection. Now we actually have a dope relationship, and hopefully I'm hoping to gain a lot from it, which I'm pretty sure I will. You know what I mean? So
I can confidently tell you probably will. Just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Next time they call you down, go down again. Type shit.
Nah, facts.
Points well spent, bro.
Nah, points well spent.
Points well spent.
Points well spent. Can you get here tomorrow? I got points.
I got points.
I'm going. Nah, facts.
Nah, yeah. It's. I think it's really important. And I love when artists are able to share their stories about cool opportunities that happen. Just like with, with us doing the AEW stuff with the music for the wrestlers and all that, I was super excited to share that with everybody simply because it's like these opportunities can come, people. You know what I mean? He's the one who came with the opportunity, but they can come as long as you work, because he could have went to anybody, but he came to me because, 1, we've known each other for a long time, and 2, because I got good work.
Exactly.
So we were able to like fucking do some cool shit and about to do some other cool shit.
Exactly.
So
and like
it's
I said, it's a lot of building the relationships.
Hell
you
yeah.
got so many people, like, they don't understand how people get into certain rooms, and they don't understand that people built years or months building a relationship with a person, because nobody's gonna do something if they don't know you. They don't give a damn how good you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people in high places that just, like, they'll tell you flat up if you don't know them or get to know them, because a lot of the time these dudes don't even want to talk about music. You know what I'm saying? You talk about their family, talk about life, what you got going on, and you build that relationship to where they like and trust you. Then you can have those conversations to get in those rooms. But it takes building them relationships first.
And it's not trying to build like a disingenuine relationship. It's not like, oh, how's life, bro? Cool. So
I was
music.
thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
like,
So
cause
about this song.
yeah, because that's what tends to happen a lot. And I mean, if those moments do happen, that's cool. You know what I mean? But if it's every conversation we're having a like small talk for it to lead into music shit, then I know it's not a real genuine relationship for me personally.
Facts.
And that to me is just like, all right, so you're just artist producer. I'll just treat this as such. But then there's guys where we're either in a session and we're using session time to talk about other shit and just build, or session will be over or before it starts, whatever the case, and we're still sitting there just talking about life, talking about random shit, talking about, like, me and him, bro, we'll sit out here, we'll sit outside or just sit out wherever the fuck and just talk about everything. Wrestling, life, dumb shit, funny shit, real shit, true shit, fake shit. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about everything. And but that's what I'm saying. It's just building that relationship, you know what I mean? And then for artists, when you're building solid relationships with engineers and producers, that'll come into your favor at some point. I promise you. As long as you're building that honest relationship and you're doing good business from the jump.
Just chilling.
That's all it takes, is just do good business, man, and shit, build a genuine relationship if you want it to be a genuine one. But if you just want it to be artist engineer relationship, cool. Yeah. But a lot of times when you have a producer, engineer who you can like really rely on heavily, you can get some real projects done for real, and they'll be invested into your shit, not just
then they'll
your
start
money
hitting you
and go
up like, you want to come through?
Exactly.
type shit.
I got this
You know
beat.
what I mean?
They start sending you tracks. Like,
And not even just with your engineers and producers, but also just other people who are doing shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you're around other people who are in or going places doing things on their own, they're gonna want to include you into other shit that they're doing. You know what I mean? Because they just know, yo, I already know you're dope, and I know what your work ethic is like, and I know that you're gonna be there. Pull up.
Exactly.
And then that's how like real genuine shit gets built, and that's how like shit really gets done.
And then also
You know?
talking about what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of people who are working to build something that all they talk about is how dope they are, or I got this, I got that.
talk about themselves.
And talk about
their
themselves 100% of the time. And you can't sit there talking about yourself 100% of the time. If it's in front of somebody that's really like that, who really got motion, you get what I'm saying, and expect to get somewhere like that don't work too well.
Well, I think a lot of the times now it's because a lot of, especially on the independent scene, specifically Virginia, because I don't know about all the other scenes, but here everybody's kind of really doing things on their own as far as the creative process. Excuse me. Oh shit, thank you. As far as like the creative part goes, like most of the artists are pretty much doing a lot of it on their own in a way, I guess you can say, as far as like they don't have a team, but that's because artists also don't want to work in a team because they don't understand the significance of what a team can do for you. I'm talking about multiple songwriters on your team, engineer, producer.
Depends on the team too, because sometimes it'd be too much drama.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's building a solidified. But that's working around professionals. If you can work around professionals, you can build a solid team with none of that shit.
Right.
And that's like none of the people, if you have men and women on the team, they're not all fucking dilly-daddling with each other and trying to fuck each other and all this shit, causing all those problems. Like me personally, if I were to build a multi-gender team, I'm going to make sure that there's rules in place that if this happens, both y'all out. Let me find out, both y'all out.
Exactly.
Because I'm not having none of that shit.
Before we even get to the rules, if you can't put your ego to the side, I don't want to work with you.
Yeah,
like,
that part too. It's because like once you get to a certain song count, I guess, like people make like 20 songs. Oh yeah, I'm the fucking guy now. Like, bro, what song has like any streams there? Like, what have you done with it? Have you pushed it? Like, what have you really done? And that's the one thing, that's the tough question that a lot of artists don't want to answer while I sit here and watch all of these motherfuckers sit up here, not up here, but on different shows and all that. How great everybody is and how I'm the best artist out here, this, that, and the other. How? Who said it? I mean, besides you, if you're a self-proclaimed,
that's it.
If you're a self-proclaimed the best in the world, that's great. That's wonderful. But it's like, let's look at the stats here, and let's look at what are you doing? Are you out here actually making an impact? Are people buying tickets to your shows? Are you going on to the news channels and performing and fucking going different places and headlining and this? No, you're not. So we're all on the same level here. So we don't have to act like I have a big fucking head and a huge dick when you don't. You know what I mean?
He might.
Both
of them might have them both. Just might not have the work to back it up. Just saying. Continue.
That deserved one of them sound effects.
It did, but he waited too long, so trash. It don't work no more. Boo, you waited too long for the sound effect. You had to have TyLee tell you what to do.
I think that one, you're a little delayed.
Right.
But nah, that's a fact. Like, just show the work, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Monty, me and Monty had that conversation outside earlier, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's so many, this place has a lot of, and I said it has a lot of dope artists. There's a potential, Virginia has the potential to be huge in the music scene. We have huge pioneers already that come from here.
Yes.
But it's so ego driven. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. But if you really want to look at it, it's a reason why nobody's been signed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys or females or whatever the case, when they go into the, because there's some who have label meetings, and of course nobody's gonna talk about that. Everybody talk about when they get signed. Nobody talk about when they went to a label meeting and didn't get signed, or why didn't you get signed? Because you ain't want to talk about when you know what I'm saying, you sat down and you got a table full of people and they like pull up your Spotify numbers. You know what I'm saying? How many monthly listeners you got on Spotify? What's your Spotify streams look like? What's your TikTok look like? What's your Instagram look like? What type of what shows you did in your city? How many people showed up? You know what I'm saying? Like when you time to have those type of conversations, like a lot of artists ain't ready to have those because they haven't established themselves there yet.
Yeah.
But when they come here, it's like, I'm the biggest. Says who? Could you sell out the Coliseum?
Right.
Could you sell out the Scope?
They can't even sell out the fucking Norva. Couldn't
Like,
even
you know what I'm
sell
saying?
out
Like,
fucking Triple Effects.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like,
Damn.
They can't
No,
sell out
facts.
Charm Lounge.
because that's
Like,
the thing, bro. Like, if they told you, yo, we want you to host a show in your city, how many people gonna show up? And a lot of people don't want to sit down. They're not gonna sit down and do a podcast and say, oh, 20 of my homeboys. Can you have 200 show up? 300 show up?
Yeah.
No. It's a few out here, which we talked about. We discussed those people earlier that I feel like they
still couldn't even get 100.
No, but I mean,
Doubt
in their peak, a few of them had the opportunity if they would have moved correctly.
Hold on now. Now, the one person that we did talk about during that peak, I did see shows that they were putting on that nobody went to. Just saying. But that's not that person's fault. That's the team around.
That's the team around them.
That was the team around them.
But again, and that goes to it, right? So understanding artists, you know what I'm saying, which going to it too, like having those conversations. We also have to understand that labels don't have artist development like they used to. Artists have to now develop themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody's almost independent when it comes to that.
So
Exactly.
here's the difference now between back then, though. Back then, artists dead ass had to get out into the streets, sell their fucking CDs,
Hell yeah.
get into the
buy a
stores,
CD
put
for
their
$5,
CD. They had to physically get out and do that.
Do the work.
Now, because of social media, because you have YouTube, you have Instagram, you have all this, artists think, I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna make a song, I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna put it on YouTube, I'm gonna put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram. I'm gonna blow up.
No,
Like
because you don't have the followers.
Oh, I
to-
got my
to
music.
push it either.
I got my music
You
on
got 10
DistroKid on all
followers,
platforms. Yes, so does everybody else. So does little Timmy, the 10-year-old
No,
Timmy,
really.
sitting in his
Right.
mom's fucking house.
Exactly.
It's the promotion. No, really.
Exactly.
Getting your
I
music.
really feel like people should go back to passing out their music, like physically passing out. Like
Here was
Ruler.
my thought.
Like
Here was
Ruler
my
World,
thought.
because he is
Hold on,
serious
nope,
about that.
Wait, hold on. Here was my thought. Now, you ready? Digital copy of it. Just
Exactly.
give them. All you have to do is give them
little sheet.
a little fucking. You get like a square card, right? That's like the size of what a CD cover would be, like a square like that. You put a scan code on it
Okay,
that sends
yeah.
them to a specific link. That
good
is just
idea.
like your website.
They
That's an exclusive download link that only that person can get. You can either get donations for it, you can sell it. That's how you get it to where they get
I'd
access to
probably
that
do it where they
music.
get like a snippet of the music for free.
Exactly.
And then
they
once
gotta
they
go
hear it, they
listen
might
to
be
the
like,
rest.
"Dang, I
Bro,
want the
you
whole
could
song."
literally-
No, I mean,
And
if
they
they're
go
gonna
the
buy,
whole song.
no, but what I'm saying is, if they're gonna buy this cue card from you, it's got to come with value, which is gonna be a 10-song album or whatever. You sell it. You sell this
no,
little
I
cue
said
card.
give it to them for free.
It's gonna be free.
Oh,
Then
for
they
free,
get the
a snippet.
sample. They get snippets.
Gotcha.
And pay for the rest.
They like the whole
So
song.
then
they're
that's
gonna
when
be
you
like,
get-
I mean,
yeah,
like,
that's
the
when you
funny
get,
about it, let me
like-
go buy this whole song. I like
That's
that.
when you have to do two separate ones. You get the full one, and then you get the little snippet one, where it's like, all right, here you go, out for free. Bam, you give them like maybe a song off. You can give. You don't even got to give them snippets of the whole song. Just give them one whole song, just one song off of the whole project, and let them decide for themselves: is this dope? Is this worth buying, or is this like trash and I'm not even gonna work with it? But it's a whole different way to where you can
That's
you can
not-
as an artist you
Like,
can
use
go
that.
out into the streets, into populated areas, go to like Virginia Beach, go to City Center, go wherever, get
Go to
super
Walmart, put it on
populated.
their cars, just be.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
So many
I mean, to me,
Yeah.
to me
Don't nobody
personally,
do
I would
that no
much
more,
rather,
bro.
but I would much rather have an artist like
Footwork.
come up to me with something, as far as like if I see something in my car, I'm just gonna take it off, probably throw it, like honestly. But if somebody like
not
hands it to
everybody
me,
will.
I'll at least like put it into my car and like maybe I'll listen to it. But to me, nobody is doing that. Is like a little digital copy of their project or whatever. Nobody's doing that. I have not
Because
seen
everybody's
a
People,
single
so
I
person.
stuck
see
on
some
social
people
media.
put the little stickers up. I go to the gas station, I see them put it
I
on
have
the
seen
thing,
some
and they're like,
stickers.
scan this or what. I be seeing
And then
them,
it
like,
typically
certain
brings you to like
places.
a fan link or like a link tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a great, also great. Like if you want to hand out cars and it, that's also a very good thing to do.
Yeah.
But artists, the thing, this is the point. Social media is
Stop
a
relying on it.
phenomenal tool, and you can blow up if you strictly focus all of your time, energy on social media, on your content creation, on your marketing, on your promotion, on branding, on putting yourself out on social media. If that's the route you want to go, great. But it's smart and it would be wise to also get yourself out into the streets, out into the populated areas, out to these little shows. You don't got to do them all the time, but at least get your face out there. You know what I mean? Bring these little things that you can hand out. Get you little shirts. Get you a heat press. Get you a little Cricut machine. For $500, you can start making shirts. Less than that.
Less than $500.
For $350, you can start making shirts.
For $230, you can start making shirts.
Pretty much.
You can get a Cricut.
Well, I think but I'm talking about with the heat press too.
Oh, with the heat press too.
You can get for $100.
Yeah.
Right, and then you got to get shirts. So for $500, you can start making shirts, and then you can sell those shirts for $25 a shirt. If you can get fucking 20 shirts, sell those shirts for $25 a shirt, you do the math.
But if you really feel like you want to put in some work too, if you don't feel like paying for the heat press, you can use an iron still, bro.
Yeah, whatever the case
you
is.
can still use it.
You know what I mean, though. It's the fact
whatever
that
it takes.
More of the story, put in the footwork.
Put in some footwork.
Put in the footwork.
If social media is not working for you and you're not getting numbers, you're not doing none of that shit, it's time to find another avenue, another way to try to get your shit out there. And a lot of the times, guys, let's be honest, your shit sucks, okay? So stop trying to force it into people's ears. It's garbage. Move on to the next thing.
Not facts.
I'm sorry to say it, but
you know
it's
And
true.
then too, I think the most important thing is having an honest circle around you. Like I know people that rock with me, they care about me, but when it comes to music, which is something that I don't care what my girl might say or my brother might say. Like I go to a stranger. Monty, I call Monty in a heartbeat. I'll drop a song because I know he's gonna be brutally honest. I'm like, hey bro, check this out. What you think? If he says trash, back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the people, they listen to their homeboys, they 10 homeboys, and they're like, bro, this is hard. And they push this song all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just
you gotta read the room.
Yeah.
Because if you, the whole time I'm performing, I'm watching people. I'm seeing what they doing. I've done shows where people will come from the other side to see who is that.
Yeah.
I pay attention, and I used to get nervous because when the room get quiet, I'm like, oh God, they don't like it, but they're actually trying to listen.
Exactly.
You know, so then I'm like, oh, okay, so sometimes you got to read the room and see what people's responses are.
Yeah.
I like going to places where people don't know me. So soon as I hit the stage and people are talking, I don't even care if they're, so people get mad. Oh, they're talking while I'm trying to be quiet. I don't. I keep going because if what I got is good enough, they're going to stop talking and they're going to turn around and be like, who is that?
Exactly.
I've had people get ready to walk out and turn back around to see who it is and come back in. And then that's sometimes how I gain my new fan base. Because as soon as I get off the stage, what's your Instagram? Can we work? This? I love that. I love going places where people don't know me because that gives me that clarification I need. Like if it's not just people close to you telling you crap, that this sounds good and this, it's the strangers that make the difference.
To me,
that don't know you.
To me, it like means more to hear it from a stranger, whether it's positive or negative. Like, because even if it's negative, this is a stranger. They had absolutely no obligation to you. They had no obligation to your feelings. They don't need to care. They didn't even need to listen to your music. No. But they did, and
like,
they gave you their honest feedback about it.
But I really like that.
Right, and I mean, because I've had times where like I had a random person was like, "This shit sucks," but it's just not your music. That's all.
Exactly.
Like, because me personally, I know genuinely I make decent music. I just don't like to put out that much music because it's just a lot of work, honestly. I'm not the best songwriter in the world as far as like I can make hooks pretty easily. Versus
me and Monty got a song together too.
do.
Oh, y'all do?
Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
And he did really good on it too.
Oh, he
It
did?
was a good song.
Yeah. I still have it.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it, I was like, wait a minute, Monty.
Once we go off here, we got to spin that.
Yes, spin it.
It's like I have songs with so many people that are like that I've hopped on like a hook for them or something like that, and I'm like forgot about them or like I just haven't thought about them in a long time. You remember our song though? Good song.
Yeah, you had a whole verse and a hook.
I sure did.
And he took his time. He was like, I want to make sure this is right. I'm gonna take my time. And
Well, yeah,
when he gave
because
it to
you're
me, I
actually
was like,
good
okay,
though.
Monty.
That's why, because you were actually a good artist. I
Thank
didn't want to
you.
like just like fucking give
Throw
you some
some
trash,
trash
like
up
throw
there.
some shit
But
together.
it's good to collaborate
mean?
with other good artists, like
that's
especially
what
when
I'm
they're
saying.
willing to. I told him I had an incident, not gonna name drop, with an artist. This was about
Do it. It's like, no,
because he knows what I'm talking about. But this was about a year ago, and no placements yet at the time. But I had a song, great idea, great concept, and I brought it to this female artist, and she was like, "Well, I gotta talk to my manager."
Yeah.
Cool, respect it. I'm like, "Yeah, we gonna home team, like we gonna work. What's your budget?" Okay.
Red flag.
First one. Which, again, I respect artists. If you come with that, you got a feature amount, all of that. Cool. Me personally, I feel like if you're a dope artist and I feel like you bring something to the table of some type of value, I can't personally sing. I'm a great writer. I can't sing, but if you can sing, you need a rapper, boom, 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 we collab, we make good music. That's what it's all about on my end. Because I'm trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet. Fast forward. We drop our song. Monty posted it on his Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. This person goes, "Hey, bro, super proud of you. We should definitely do a song soon."
Oh,
now
no.
that my
You
shit's
missed-
on TV,
you missed that shit.
Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh. Only time you hit me back is when you hit rewind, bitch. So, please.
Out of pure spite.
I'm not spinning a block.
But I told,
really
but I
at
told
all.
Monty, like, it's crazy because even now, with the things that I've done, I still super humble. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I respect all the artists that come out of here. And I like artists who just like to work. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm an artist who want to work. You put me in a room with somebody, I'll work you. When I first met Monty, he was like, "Bro, you drop a song, you do songs faster than anyone I know. Like, I come prepared. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do.
Motherfucker be
Let's get
running
it done.
through shit, yeah.
Boom, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Like, I want to work."
well, that's a
But
big.
you know, I was her at one point. I still am because before I would hop on a song with anybody just because I wanted to work.
No.
But sometimes you don't need to hop on a song with
That's
everybody. And
not-
I had to learn that.
and that's a
My
that's the
manager
difference.
taught me
Yeah.
that. So sometimes when I do certain things, I'd be like, well, you got to talk to my manager about it. And sometimes he's throwing numbers because I don't like to talk the business. I just want to show up and do it.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and he does the business for me. But it depending on the opportunity, sometimes it's not about money. He'll be like, okay, this is a good opportunity.
No.
Yeah, it all
But if
depends.
it's people that's bullshitting me,
Yeah.
he do not let people just bullshit me. So
Yeah.
he kind of gets he be like, if they didn't want to do this, you don't need to work with him anyway, because more than likely he wasn't gonna charge him anyway. He just wanted to see how they was gonna
Yeah.
react, what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
was gonna do. My manager don't play about me. That's one
No.
thing I
That's
like
what-
about Kevin. You don't play about me.
That's what I was
You know
gonna
what I'm
say
saying?
is like
So-
it all depends on the situation and the artist. So like for me, if I'm gonna pay a singer, it's because I absolutely need
a
her
singer.
specifically on the track,
Absolutely.
because without her, it's not gonna be the same record.
Mm-hmm.
So there has been only one opportunity where I paid a shorty to come onto a song because I wanted her, and it wasn't even for my song,
Yeah.
but I paid for her to be onto it because I knew it was gonna make the song better, and because her voice fit what they were looking for.
Exactly.
So I mean, she didn't charge me much, but I still paid her for her time because I needed that specific vocal on this song type thing. So that's the time that I'll pay for the singer.
Yeah.
But if
I
it's
have
like
to
I want to do a song together, I think we would make something great. You know, I can do all the production behind it, make the beat, make some mastering, all of that. You don't have to pay for no studio time, nothing. Now it's like if you're still trying to charge me, or that's even for a good singer, because I'll do this more as singers than rappers, but a really good singer that I'm like, yo, I believe we can make a really good record together. I don't even want to be on the song. I just want to make the beat for you. I want to mix and master the song. I want to be a part of this record, help you write it. It's all your vocals. You can have the song, but I
Exactly.
want you on it. But if you're still
Exactly.
trying to charge me, nah, I don't want you on it anymore.
Exactly.
'Cause now we're talking
I've
about a whole
shown up
different
for
thing.
people that asked for a feature just to do it, and I didn't even know they were gonna pay me. They just paid me, and I was like, "Dang,
Oh, thank
that's
you.
what's up."
Right?
That made you feel good.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay,
'Cause
they appreciate
time-
my time.
It's time. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's time. And those situations are different. Like I've had songs with people where I paid for it because it's value in it. You feel what I'm saying? But when people are trying to like lowball
1, 2, 3,
in a sense, like nah, not
Because once
necessarily.
the song is out, you're gonna get certain royalties from that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. Cause it's one of those like, am I paying you for this feature, and do I have to pay you royalties and everything on this, or
There's
like,
a
how does that
buyout. So
always
like there's
work?
different
Yeah.
scenarios in here, because to me personally, if you pay somebody right up front for their service, I mean, it still would be a courteous thing to put them in the royalties because they
Exactly.
still are a performer on the song.
Exactly.
But I mean, I would just give them super low royalties at that point.
No.
But you do have to kind of put them as a performer on your
Yeah.
record
Right, 'cause
if
it's
they are on
right.
it type thing. So it really depends.
So sometimes it's one of those questions you ask, like, okay, so should you get paid for a feature if you're gonna be getting royalties on the song, because this song could blow up and be something huge. And then
Yeah,
you
so
don't
to
even
me,
know.
it's all about the opportunity. Because if it's just like a artist who's just starting out and they don't know shit about the business, or they're not really, if it's just an artist who just makes music and then puts it out and don't really push it, and their idea of pushing music is putting it out, making a video to it, putting it on YouTube, putting it on distribution, and then calling it a day, not really pushing it. Like, oh, I have this song, check it out, and then you don't really hear about it anymore. Like artists like that who just constantly do that. Because to me now, just to get me on a song, you have to do it. I gotta really want to be on the song, honestly. Like, or I've really got to believe in what you're trying to do. Because I've had quite a few artists in the last few months like, yo, I know you sing, can you hop on my record? No, I cannot.
Well, then I feel
I'm
honored
sorry.
because you actually asked me to do a track with me.
Well, it was
Remember
different.
that?
You're a good artist. I'm not trying to flag
I was like,
tell you that.
he asked me. I was like,
You're
yeah,
actually
hell
good
yeah,
at this
let's
shit.
do it.
Because it's different. Like, because there's a lot of artists where I don't want to say they're not. You're not really that good. That's why I don't want to be on the records.
Yeah, like you said,
it's
and
really
then,
just
too,
that simple.
They don't know the bit, like you said too. They don't know the business
That's
part
what
either.
it is,
bro. Like,
though.
they don't know it. Like if you ask people now, most artists today, like you said, they think once they uploaded the distro, United, TuneCore, whatever it is, that's just it. Like you don't have you don't even know what a registered agent is.
But see,
you don't have any of that thing. I mean, like you don't get that part of it. So there's
the thing about it is that I didn't even mean to do that. My bad. The thing about it is that you don't even have to put the records out. Like you can. Like, I'd be down if somebody was like, yo, I just want to make these records to pitch them to somebody else.
exactly.
Right.
Like, how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so if you came to me and was like, bro, let's just go ahead and, like, sit down and make something. Let's try to pitch a song. I honestly would be like, all right, shit, let's do it on a fucking night. I'm not doing shit. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And let's try to make a song. You know what I mean? And then pitch it. But as long as I know that it's actually going to go where we're intending it to go,
then we good.
if we fail, we fail.
Exactly.
That's fine. But are we at least going to actually do it? Because I've been in opportunities where now this artist is getting paid. There's been a few artists that I've been in this fucking same situation where I'm getting paid. I have followers. I have this, that, and the other. And I come back. All right, now let's do this. Let's do this. And one, I never see nothing from it. Two, I don't get paid from it. Three, it's they waste my time, their own time, and then they blow all the money that they made. And it was just so many wastes of time. People who had great opportunities and got absolutely nothing from it because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with the money. It's like, it's not always about just putting the music out, though.
Exactly.
It's also about, like, let's intend to make some music for this TV show.
Exactly.
Let's intend to make some music that's specifically going for this mood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Sexy Red's looking for a fucking songwriter or something, or she's looking for some music. Let's write some shit and send it to Sexy Red.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, if it doesn't get picked, it doesn't get picked. But at least we did something with a purpose. My whole thing with doing music is that I only truly enjoy it when it has a real purpose to it.
Exactly.
So when we're doing things that actually are going somewhere and doing something, I'm fucking there. Yeah. You can tell me to redo it a million fucking times, and I'm gonna do it with a smile on my face because I know it has a purpose. And I know that if they're telling me to redo something or change something, they like it.
Exactly.
They just want it tweaked.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But when we're just doing the same old fucking song and dance, and you're coming in, you're recording your songs, and then you're just keeping them in the archives for fucking 2 years, and then you finally are coming back, oh, I'm gonna drop this mixtape. Why? At this point, why? You know what I mean? Like,
or you
put out singles.
You see a post, it's coming. When
You know,
It's coming for fucking 10 months.
That's me. I suck at that because so everybody keep asking me when your album drop. I'm like, it's more so because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to just drop something and then somebody hits me later like, oh, I'm suing you, or you owe me this.
Exactly.
Like I want to make sure when I drop it that everything is legit. Everything is how it's supposed to be. I got the real artwork behind it with my covers. Like, that's why it's taking me so long. And I'm so, like, tedious about that. I was like that with my book. When I wrote my book, like, it took me a year to finish the book. Like, it's so, you got to kind of be on your shit when it comes to that. And then I want to make sure, like, the right songs is on the album. Like, I'm not just throwing a bunch of stuff in there. So I want to, do the listening session, real feedback from people that's not just like, oh, I like everything. Like, gonna give you real feedback. Like, I want to do it the right way. But I'm one of those that It's procrastinating,
Yeah,
taking
but
forever. But it's like it's a purpose though.
It's coming because you're trying to you're understanding the
way.
business. You get what I'm saying? Like I gotta handle the business side first. Most of these dudes, it's just coming because they just don't.
Yeah, and I've seen so many people drop stuff and they don't even own the beat or lease anything or whatever. They just
tags all in it. Purchase this track today. Like all in it, man.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a whole art to the business of music. Like there's a lot that goes in behind the studio time in doing just the recording part and the making the music is this much compared to how much actually goes into this shit. Like you have to understand how much marketing, promotion, content creation, first of all, how important just regular content is every day. I was just watching this video the other day. Dude had the perfect, I think I saved it too, has the perfect, like, when I was watching what he was saying to do, I was like, yo, that is so fucking smart. Like, with just, like, promoting your music and how you can do it in different ways using TikTok, Instagram, Reels, all that shit. Yeah. And I was like, yo, this is so smart because it's not, like, forcing your shit on it. I got to find this video, and I'll try to pull it up next episode, but it was just, like, content creation is the biggest part of a music person's career now, as far as like you have to be consistent, and I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 videos a day throughout all the different platforms. Like I'm talking, you have to be that guy. You have to be the one who is pissing certain people off because they keep seeing your shit. And they're like, oh, I keep seeing this shit. I'm so sick of seeing this shit.
But it ain't for them.
But
it's for the people who haven't seen it.
No, but it's the point that you keep seeing it. Exactly. That's what matters the most, because they can go onto my post and they can be like, oh, this is trash. Good. Go on to all my other songs and do the same thing. Yeah. Why? Because you're fucking with my algorithms now.
Most of us are
my algorithms.
I think most of us though, like our brains are programmed to like things the more you see it or the more you hear it.
Yeah.
Right? This thing like Rihanna, like when Rihanna dropped Work, I hated that song. But the more I heard it on the radio, I grew to like it. Like the Mooney Long song, same thing. I was not feeling it at first. Like,
that's how I was.
You know, I got one for you. I hated that Megan Thee Stallion song. What was it? It's like a repeat.
Body yada yada.
Body yada yada yada. I hated that song. Now I like it.
The more you heard it,
now I like it.
Exactly.
It make you want to dance, but the words just like
that's how I feel every time I see that shit.
Just yada yada yada. Now I'm like,
so it's
no, you know what song grew on to me? I ain't even gonna hold y'all. You might be surprised. You ready? That fucking Glorilla, that glow, that glow.
My son,
bro, I ain't even gonna hold you.
My son gets in the car and be like, yeah, glow, like, good morning, glow.
Yeah, I was in the car listening to that shit the other day, and I
like that song.
I really couldn't help myself going like this.
But you think about it, where'd you see it? You didn't hear it on the radio.
I saw it on social media.
Everywhere.
Social media. And it was all the people on TikTok with the fucking just all the people, all the females especially, just glow, and then somebody pops up saying the other words, and then the other chick pops up, glow, and then they just keep. It's all those little trends and shit that. Like, it can help an artist or it can hurt one, though. Because honestly, if you become a TikTok artist, one that only... Because there's a few people who I know who are TikTok artists, and they're only going to ever be TikTok artists. Meaning, one of their songs blew up as a sound,
TikTok,
and that was it. They like there's this one dude, Luya, that I've been following since before he had like 3,000 followers when I first started following this guy. Now he has like 500,000 or something, but his videos still get no views. He's still like, he doesn't really do shows because people don't buy tickets. Like, he was a TikTok artist that 2 of his sounds blew up, and that was it. Nobody knew who he was.
Do you have
Nobody
was followers?
That's the hard part when you have sounds, but there's no face to put with it. So you're famous, but they don't know. They can sit right beside you and don't know it's you.
That's the dangerous thing about TikTok
with the sound, because
but I think
that can mess you up.
That's the artist,
exactly.
Because people don't understand opportunity. When opportunity sparks, you have to jump on it. A lot of people they're such in awe that it's like, oh shit, my song's blowing up. Let me just see what happens. Oh, it's going up more. And they're not moving on it. Like, that's the you know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Russell said he did what? TikToks every day?
Yeah.
No, and even Instagram. He was posting every day for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Say this real quick. But this camera make me feel like I'm too big for this couch. I feel like this couch came off of like Wish.
Probably did.
No, that couch came from Walmart.
I'm like sitting here doing different angles.
This one came from Walmart.
Like, this one came.
I don't know where Ed got that one at. Because Ed got that one, I got this one.
It's not, though. It's just the angle. Like,
well, look.
The side views are cool, but that front one, I be like, a giant on the. I'm
You are
already
okay.
tall.
Let
I'm
me tell you
already
something.
tall.
I mean, it could be because it's
I'm
zoomed
not
in a little
skinny,
bit.
so it just like I look way bigger than him.
We've had
No, you don't.
Small.
we've
here.
had somebody sit
I was
on that
like,
couch and break
Lord.
it. You did not break it, so you're not that big. It's
Yo,
okay.
Shorty
Every
really
time it
did
jumped
sit
to
down
that
and
front,
broke
I'm
that
like-
She sat
shit.
down and broke
I'm
it.
just like, Lord, let me.
Shorty
turn
said,
to the
I mean, but
side.
I mean, I think the couch is already starting to like, you know, because I ghetto fixed it, but she
The fault,
really sat
the
down
fact
and
that
broke
it's a
that shit.
faulty couch, you ghetto put it together and it did not break. You're
Oh,
okay.
Lord, I'd have been so embarrassed if this couch broke. I'd have
He
been
just
like,
pointed.
But if it did break, I would just say that Monty put it together. He don't know how to put shit together. So
Hold
I
on.
just thought about something.
What?
I have one thing to say.
Say.
one thing.
With the music scene,
Okay.
a lot of it doesn't just fall on the artist. Music is also a business. With that being said, in order for the indie scene to grow as a collective unit, the people pushing the indie scene need to help the indie artists. You have a lot of people, it's cliques, it's labels, side labels, and not saying everybody do business how they do business, but if everyone came together as a collective group for the love of music and put a lot of the side beef, side bullshit to the side for the betterment of the culture,
Yeah.
it would push
It
the
would be
artist
so
so
much
much more.
better.
I know so many people, you know what I'm saying, that's like, yo,
You know the problem? A lot of people don't want you to blow before they blow.
Yeah.
So they will not support you because they don't want you
but the thing is,
to
if you,
make it before them.
let's
Yeah,
just,
But if you
if-
make
I
it
just told
put me
Monty-
on,
you're making
I
it
just told,
too.
I just told Monty,
They don't realize that.
I told Monty this, right? It's me, let's just use us four, right? If you put up 2,000, Monty put up 2,000, you put up 2,000, you put up 2,000, I put up 2,000. It's 8 bands right there. With $8,000, we could have, once a year, you could do your thing, you do you, I'm good. At the end of the year, we could throw one of the biggest events for indie artists
Yes.
as a group that Virginia has seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, the experience with Dame Dash, super dope. But I feel like we could have had that without bringing Dame Dash here. A lot of the people that was helping push the event was from here.
Yeah.
So you didn't need Dame. Dame was a part of the face, but you could take those same promoters, them same labels, those same side, you know what I'm saying? All of these people, interviewers, bloggers, you put them all in a room with a room full of artists, we have something huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then now you
But
got
you
8.
know, I tried that one year. And it didn't work because a lot of the promoters didn't even like each other enough to be in the same room.
That's
to
the
do
But
hard
that's
it. And
part.
it was so hard.
That's
it's
the hard
so
part.
hard to get them all in the same room because it's a competition. Nobody wants to do it.
But
That's
nobody-
It's a
why
whole
that-
bunch.
this is
It's
the
a
thing.
whole bunch of
No,
I'm stuck in my way ass
But the thing
motherfuckers.
is,
That's
nobody
all it
wants
is.
to
It's so
do it,
hard.
but no one's doing it.
But then the
Exactly.
minute you do it by yourself, then they're like, oh, well, nobody asked me.
Okay, well,
Like,
I guess this is my thing though, because I understand. I don't know. I guess it's y'all are a lot more into the scene than I am. When it comes to promoters, I know a few promoters myself, but the promoters that I know, they not really like still like big on doing that promoting shit. Like they doing stuff like they stylists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they got their own background stuff that they doing, and they might promote every now and again. And it's like those are the people that I know of that it's like, hey yo, I got such and such going on. You trying to do, like they putting each other on type thing.
Exactly.
So these big time promoters, the ones that really are just getting bags straight off of promoting, are the ones that are just like straight assholes. Sounds to me,
Hold
y'all
on,
need to
let's-
get something going besides just
hold on.
promoting.
We got to rewind real quick because one,
Right.
not big time promoters. Two, they're not making that much
Oh,
money.
that's my point. Okay, they're not big time promoters.
People are money hungry.
Well, that's
Exactly.
the thing. The thing about it is like, from my experience of working with a whole bunch of different promoters, the one thing that they all had in common was they had false intentions for their events.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry to say this, and if you guys see this, sucks to suck, but it's the
Sucks to
false
suck.
intention for the events. When you are saying, I want to do this and this, and the artists are going to get this, and promise a whole bunch of empty promises, and then when you do the event, you make it very lackluster, very just, you know, when the event, it turns out to be a dud. It's like, it's mostly for that quick money grab, but the sad part about it is that you have to pay everybody who worked for you. You got to pay the venue, you got to pay the DJ, you got to pay your cameraman who came in, you have to pay your host if you have a host, you have to pay all the security,
One person.
you have to pay all these different people. So then at the end of the night, you make maybe $100, maybe.
Yeah, people
So
think
all
you're
of
coming up,
this,
but you're not coming up.
so all of this that you did by yourself, and you only came out with $100, maybe. That's if.
So you got
made anything from it.
$100 in your
Right.
ego.
Exactly.
Which is nothing.
When you could probably have 2 really solid promoters get a building and get 300 people in that building, and both of y'all now can split that $300, and everybody else is getting paid. They're getting paid, but now you're both at least walking out with $300-400 in that night, $500 after profit type shit. That's still better than $100. That's not even really profit.
And then, like I said, but then
You
they
know what I
push
mean?
it and they say it's for the artist, and it's not for the artist.
It never
it's
really
for
is.
you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for the artist, then you're making decisions for the artist, not for yourself.
I will say this is that there's like the some of the events, I don't want to name any of the people, but some of the events that I have done, there was good incentives for the artist. But the thing about it is once you get that dub, it's like, now what? Do you want to just keep getting the same prize after the fact?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And the prize is
different.
like it's like a radio spin. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's like, it's a cool prize, but it's cool to win once, and then it's like, all right, let's move on.
Let's do something else.
So to keep the incentive to keep these people coming back, we have to do more than just that. And then also offering like studio time and free video and shit. A lot of the times they're gonna end up either getting fucked over on it, or the shit that they get ends up being not that good.
Subpar.
Subpar as fuck.
When I do events, and it be like I'm doing one Wednesday for HOB,
okay,
for Shooting Stars Entertainment.
Okay.
It's a competition. But when I do the competitions, I don't care about the incentives. I don't care that they're offering the money. I don't care about the studio time. I don't care about that. I don't even care about winning. I be doing it for promotion. I do it just because I like to perform.
Yeah.
And there's new people in the room that have never seen me before. I do it for that. So even if I don't win, I honest to God don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's not life-changing winnings.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to Sony Records or I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I do it because it's what I like to do, and I just want to do it just because.
Exposure.
You know what I'm saying? So I've won stuff and be like, give it to such and such.
I mean, but doing
just because
those is great, and I feel like those are great things.
To start.
But if you take that platform, right, and then you take this person and you take that person, and like I said before, it's good to have those things throughout the year. But if they can put their egos aside and say, at the end of the year, let's do this. Just imagine how big it can be. It's not about the winnings. Like you said before, it's the exposure. If you take all of these artists in their fan base, all of these artists in their fan base, all of these artists in their fan base, put them in a room, all of the earnings or whatever you've gotten throughout the year, bring an executive, maybe, I'm just throwing out a name, a Rock Nation or a Sony or Epic Records, bring them here to see the artist. You can do something.
That's when it matters.
But those are the things that
like...
And I think we have the capabilities to do it here. It's just that people won't put their egos aside to do it. Yeah. It's doable.
It's the money, it's just the greed, it's the I want to do things my way. If we're not doing it my way, we're not doing it no way.
Exactly.
It's a whole mixture of a lot of that. And it sucks, man. We need some young, fresh promoters that are super dedicated like some of the older promoters are. And this is no shade to the older promoters out there who are doing their thing out there. Y'all have been out here doing y'all thing. For all of y'all who are out here, who I'm sure that people who really know who we're talking about. You know what I mean? But like, y'all have all been doing your thing, but it is the one thing that all of them have in common is it's my way or no way. And it's just a big ego game where it's like, oh, I've been doing this for this long, so it needs to be done this way. It's just, that's not how it is. One, world's changed, baby. The world has changed. It's a whole different environment, a whole different atmosphere. The music scene is different. The people are different. The music's different. Everything is different. It's not the same as it was in 1990 when you started doing this shit. So that's what I mean. We need a bunch of young, hungry, fresh, like really trying to do this shit promoters. All y'all start building your little names and then fucking do your parties and shit and start finding each other, you know, and it's just not being afraid to go out.
Even if they did it once a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to fucking collab all the time.
That's what I tried to do. I tried to get a bunch of promoters like, let's do this once a year. Throw a big ass event once a year.
So what you do is the hell with the ones who don't.
But they just didn't want to do it. They just wouldn't do it. They didn't want to be in the same room together. It was crazy.
Just take the ones that do and then roll with that.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm gonna just stick to being an artist.
I hope that
just stick to being an artist.
I hope that I've had the feeling the last couple months that the energy is starting to shift, that everybody's understanding where the problems lay as far as like the music scene in Virginia and how we all can start to advance. I think people are finally starting to like catch on to, all right, yeah, we just don't support enough. And there's starting to become a little bit of a shift that I just feel it. It's going to take more time. It's going to take another couple years. But I think that if we all just kind of keep that understanding of who cares who's the biggest star here, whatever the case is, if somebody's buzzing, support them. Like if I see an artist out here doing shit and they're really like starting to make a buzz, I'm making my effort to bring them over here just to talk to them and have them come on the show. Like, and I've been pretty successful with a lot of people that I've had up here. You know what I mean? As far as like, I've had some pretty cool people up here. You know what I mean? And that's really, it's not even it's just to talk to them. To just like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Who are you as a person besides all this shit? You know?
Exactly.
So we all just have to keep that energy up, man, you know? But we are at the end of the show here. You know, I like to try to keep them now under 2 hours because 2 hours are long shows.
Yes,
But they go by fast.
It does go by fast.
And when you're watching it, maybe not.
When I'm watching it back, when I'm watching it back,
it.
I'm like, jeez. But is there any last words you guys would like to say? I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you for having me. This is dope.
Your vibe, I like it.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure being here, Monty.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate
my
you
security.
too. Yeah, you already feel me?
Yeah.
I'm here. I don't play no games.
Yeah. No, but it's been a fun time, man, and this has been a really fun episode. Honestly, I think we've had some really good conversations.
Definitely.
You know, next week I'm still, I gotta figure out exactly who's coming and who's not anymore at this point. So I'm not even gonna mention who's coming next week. We'll figure that out in the next few days.
100th episode.
100 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's gotta be a special episode.
Gotta be
so
big.
we gotta plan.
Clap.
Yeah, we gotta plan something out. So, but until next week, I appreciate everybody.
Hey, make sure you bring that throat coat for the 100th episode.
Yeah, what he said.
Throat coat.
You throat goat. All right.
Oh, wow.